Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the weekly Wednesday Wargaming questions and answers. It's an off-the-cuff video, guys. What that means is, this is for everyone that's new, I record and upload. There is no fancy editing skills. You won't see my intro somewhere at the beginning. I do have a transition button, so if there's noise, I can stop filming, wait for it to pass and then carry on. These weekly Wednesdays are essentially a Q&A. You guys ask me questions and I answer them. It's primarily model focused and it's primarily GW stuff, and it's 99.9% time 40k, because 40k is the hottest thing right now. We do have a weekly vote where I'll show you a host of models and you vote what we paint for next week. But I'll get on to that when we come to it. So let's start with the questions. Right, so straight off the bat, I have been sick since Sunday. Some sort of stomach bug, I don't know. Mark came over here yesterday. We were playing a game, a 3,000 point game. I was all poised to film and everything else, but I couldn't film because I didn't want to have to rush back to the house and get to a point where we have to abandon the game because I'm not well enough to play. But we carried on. We played. I didn't rush to the house. We played, and it was a great game. I had Necrons. We had Tyranids. It would have been an absolutely amazing game for me to put on camera. The last time those two factions fought was at Mark's house, and it was off camera. It's like a 2001 game. So there's the first game, the Void Dragon actually killed the Norn emissary, and this time it was trying to get to him, but they've actually nerfed the Void Dragon to movement of 6. All the Catan shards movement 6. What? Anyway, enough of that. The Old World goes on pre-order this weekend, Saturday the 6th of January. I think it's been released the 20th. But I've seen the price for the Bretonian box, €205. No, thank you. There's an amazing box. Don't get me wrong, with loads of models, and the centerpiece is fantastic. And no, thank you. And the Tombkins army, I've seen it €220, and I sort of, and then it's like I see it somewhere else. I see it on TikTok actually earlier saying 240, and I was like, well, hold on a minute. So it's somewhere in there, but you do get the rulebook in it, which is they want 45 quid for that on its own. So when you look at it like that, it's not that bad, but for me, I don't know, it's €205 or 240 euros when I've got the Dark Angel box coming soon. I've got a few other bits and pieces that I need to order in to build armies that I have working on, and I just think spending 200, even if I bought the Plutonian one, €205 for an army that might hit the table in 6 months, a year's time. I don't. For me, I can't justify the spend on that. I'm excited for the Old World to come back, but I can't justify the spend on it. But just to let you guys know. Also, Hatchet's Partworks magazine is coming back. Some of you that are on TikTok stuff would have seen it flash up everywhere, and you follow other YouTube channels, you might have seen it flash up everywhere as well. But it's going to be called Combat Patrols. Now, for those of you who don't know what all this is, it's a model magazine that comes out every month, or every week, but you'll get them every month in 4 issues. And I think it was €11 last time. I think it's going to go up by 13, 14 euros, something like that. But some of you go, what's the point in this? Because you get models in it. And some of the models you get in there is absolutely, for example, let's have a look. Kinetic Wraiths, they come in magazines. Triarch Stalker came in 2 different magazines. It was absolutely, the last one was called Imperium magazine. Absolutely. Why am I telling you about some publications? Here it is. And this one has got this is one of 2. So 2 magazines, there's one and another one, gives you a complete Catacomb Command Budge. So you're paying like, it's like €11 an issue, so €22, and you're getting a model that's 45 quid or something. But here's the crazy news about this one. Those of you who haven't seen it, it is worth getting. Okay, 100% worth getting. You get paints, you get brushes, you get clippers, you get mold line scrapers, you get all these different bits and pieces. It is worth getting. It's called Combat Patrols, and it's basically every combat patrol we have. Well, not every, but there's 9 different factions that are involved in it this time. Usually, last time it was Necrons and Space Marines with Admechs and Sisters, and it's basically everything you've got in Dominus box minus a few bits, plus a few more bits and pieces. So it's the Imperium magazine. It's 80 issues usually, but then last time there was 10 extra bonus issues, and one of them had Gilliman in, Roberta Gilliman, which I gave away on the channel. Another one had the Illuminus Azaris, which is a special epic hero. It's a 45 50 euro model. Again, I gave that away on the channel because I've got him. Gilliman I don't need, and the other one I have. But that's the type of thing that they send you. Trying to look, see if there's one here. The Skitarii Marshal that I built not so long ago, that's from the Imperium magazine. But let me talk you through what's in this combat. It's Combat Patrols, it's called, and there's 9 factions, and it's the combat patrol for each of those factions now, plus 1 or 2 extra little bits and pieces thrown in. So, for example, it's the Eldari could put combat patrol in there. I think there's an Autarch to go with them as well. There's the World Eater combat patrol. There's a Forge Fiend, Mauler Fiend that's going in there, but it can be built either way. There's the Chaos Space Marine Combat Patrol going in there, which includes a Hellbrute. There's Hellbrute, 10 Chaos Space Marines, 5 Havocs, the Dark Disciple, or Dark Apostolate, sorry, and there's also the one that goes in with that. It looks like a Master of Possession, I think. Orcs are in there. There's Space Marines and Tyranids. There's Leagues of Voltan, Astra Militarum, and who was the other one? Damn, who was the other faction? Genesis. It's absolute bonkers. You also can get premium with it. So you pay for us it would be like €2 extra per magazine. So it's like 160 quid over the 80 issues. But you're getting, and this is what they've shown for the premium sets. Again, last time it was 4 different factions, and you'd have HQ and 2 or 3 units or so to go with those. They're not big units, but that's what you had. This time it's I keep saying Redemptor Dreadnought. That's what came in Imperium magazine. It's a Brutalis Dreadnought, Hive Tyrant. There's Chaos Demon Prince, a unit of Banshees. The Leagues of Voltan one has the guys with the little rocket things on their backs. I can't remember what they're called now. They have the Neo guns, whatever it is, and then the rocket things on their back. Or that's the something like that. I can't remember what they're called. There is, what's the other thing? A box of killer cans, a Rogel Dawn battle tank, and there's something else as well. But that's the premium pack. So with the premium pack, you're paying £2 extra on per magazine. But after so many magazines, you'll get the first one. There's some more, you get the next one. Or I think you get the first set, 2046. Yeah, the first set is the Brutalis Dread and the Hive Tyrant. Yeah, which is actually bonkers. But the first issue, I think, is like it's £1 or something like £3 I think it's going to be like a £5 for us, euros. But you'll get the Space Marine Captain in Terminator armor from the Leviathan box, and the Tyranid Wing Prime from the Leviathan box. That's in the first issue. The second issue is Von Ryan's Leapers. And then the third issue, I think, is some paints. And then the fourth issue is 5 Infernos Marines. That's the first 4 issues. Bunkers. Go to Hatchet's Partworks website and have a look at that. I don't think I have the information here for the website, but this isn't rolled out yet. It may not even be advertised there, but it's something that's coming. And what they'll do is they'll release it first in the UK, give it a little trial run or maybe 10 issues to see what's going on. But when they do that, it goes live on their website, so you can actually subscribe to it. And then when it comes closer to launch day for the actual subscription, they'll notify you that you're still interested. You say, yes, please, thank you very much, and they start. Now, usually last time there was problems with them. It was fine taking out direct debit first of all, and then there was problems with the Irish bank not allowing their system to take the money or whatever it is. So I ended up having to phone up and just pay by card, which is not an issue. But anyway, on to the questions. How many codexes do you have for 10th edition? At the current time, I only have Necrons. The plan is over the next couple of weeks to get, say, the data cards for, say, Space Marines, because there's a few boxes I need to get in for that pile. Well, over there you can't see it no more, but over there, getting Space Marines. Then the week after, maybe get Tyranid 1 data cards, and then get the Codex. Because by then I've got the bigger things I need for the armies I'm working on. And then my aim is then, when they say Chaos Space Marine comes out, Dark Angel 1 comes out, whatever's coming next, I think it's Dark Angels and Orcs, whatever it is when it comes out, is pre-order it. I do have the Kill Team box on pre-order with the Scouts and the Striking Scorpions. I'm looking forward to them. Are you confused about the rules having so many armies? Sometimes it gets a little bit confusing with things. The data cards really help. The app on the phone really helps, but I can't be looking through the phone when I'm trying to film. It's difficult to do. So data cards do help. My biggest problem is I forget that this unit has this ability to reroll once, or to reroll to wound, or stuff like that. The game we played yesterday, for some reason I thought the Void Dragon had a 4+ for no pain. It's not, it's a 5+ for no pain. But it didn't really matter at the beginning, because he took a couple of wounds and then, he regenerated them. But it's when he got to the other side of the table was when it mattered. But just little things like that, forgetting that this guy can do this, or forgetting this guy can do that, and forgetting that these guys can attack back on the 2+ if they're killed. Just think little silly things like that. It's not. What helps as well is Mark is very clued up with the armies. So with something that I think he's not going to know, because he doesn't have Necron, so he wouldn't have access to the data on the app. I can say to him, do you know what this is? And tell him the rule first of all. So later on in the game, he'll go, oh, is it not something? Oh, yeah, so it does help having someone that actually has very good knowledge about the game. Especially yesterday, because I felt so I felt well enough to play, but I didn't feel myself 100%. So it was good, and another good thing when you're playing the game with someone is someone will take the lead and lead the game. So your strength 4, that's strength 4 weapon, the toughness 4 force to hit, that kind of way. And all you go, oh yeah, I'm the person that does that, or there's someone else that in the group that does that, but that always helps. Do you have a chance to play any other games like Marvel Crisis Protocol? I haven't yet. Now Mark said we'll have a game eventually. I just need to get the rest of them painted up. I need to get the rest of them painted up. I need to get a few more bits and pieces in for them, but I'm not in a rush for them, because there's so much going on with 40k, and there's so many. Not even I've got so much models to paint, as you guys would have seen from the end of your review, but there's just so much coming this year for 40k again. I say this year, could be this year and into the 2025, but it's just so much to do, and the channel has grown so much, and that's absolutely fantastic. It's actually getting closer to the point of being the full-time job, and when this is the full-time job, then you will see more things like Marvel Crisis Protocol. You will see. I'm hoping to get my hands on a copy of Fallout 4. He-Man Masters of the Universe, because that game looks absolutely amazing. So we say, what? I didn't know there was him. Yeah, there's a game. What is the other one I saw? There's a Skyrim game as well, Elder Scrolls Skyrim, which everyone in the house is mad Elder Scrolls, including myself. I've been trying to stay away from playing Elder Scrolls and concentrate on Fallout 4, and they're all playing either Oblivion or Skyrim, Elder Scrolls. So it's just drawing back into it. So yeah, I do want to get that and have a look at it, or just have a look at it being played, or have a look at it, get some information about it, and then maybe get a start playing table. I've got my own game that I'm still trying to work on. I should have had that finished the end of February last year. You know, just not enough time. Trying to focus on this and trying to focus on everything else, just there's not enough time for it. But I do want to get that finished. I do want to get that finished because there could, you know, that's my passion. I've really been focusing on it, and we've got some good stuff on that, and I really want to, you know, get that done. But yeah, that's all the stuff that I want to get to play, but it's just 40k takes priority at the moment, because there's just so much to do, so much. I mean, even look, I've got Necrons on the table here. And when I bring it in front, I'll just give you a quick little panoramic view of, because I haven't even turned our tidy table away. That's how poorly I was yesterday. I actually went to work this morning, and I was so sick. I had to come home. I literally turned up 5 minutes. I had to come home. I was just so sick. But I'd rather go to work, and they see me. I know that I'm sick, and then I go home, rather than me phone up and they go, yeah, okay. Anyway, do you regret any purchases? No, there's not. I don't regret anything. You know, it's the only thing I regret in terms of purchases is I didn't get more of the 9th edition recruit boxes. You know, those who don't know, new to all, the recruitment box was basically €40. You get 10 Necron Warriors with the 3 Scarab Swarms, a Royal Warden, 5 Assault Intercessors, and a Space Marine Lieutenant for £40, so 40 sterling, 40 euros. Now the Necron box on its own is $42.50 to buy. So why buy that box when you can just buy that one? But the next one up from that, I think, was €80. But you got, I think it was the 5 Assault Intercessors, Lieutenant. I think you got 3 Outriders, 3 Scorpion Destroyers, the 10 Warriors, and the Royal, something like that. My only regret in purchasing is that I didn't get more of those type of things. Now, when I knew 10th was coming, I was like, oh, I'll try and get one every week from Air Hobbies, and I got 2 2 weeks in a row, and then they were out of stock, and everyone else had the same idea, just get as many as we can. So that's my only regret in terms of purchases. What I'm going to do now, for those of you who don't know now, we've got the vote. There was a few more questions, but I'm not feeling great, so I just want to wrap that up and get the, you know, voting done. The way this vote works, I'll show you a host of models, and you guys vote on what you want me to paint for next Monday's painting video. Now, I know Monday just gone, I painted the Triarch Stalker, but that was on 2 votes, and the Wraiths were on 2 votes. The reason I did the Stalker is because that was ready to go, and these guys weren't. Where I was feeling sick, so I've been sick since Sunday, but I was feeling sick, I didn't want to be messing around. I just wanted to get it done. But those Wraiths will be painted next week at some point. Not on Monday, but at some point during the week. They will be painted because I'm on holiday next week. So I need to go back into work tomorrow, because you're not allowed to be sick and then go on holiday. So I need to be into work for the next couple of days, so no one can give out to me. But the way the vote works is, I show you a host of models, and you guys chuck on below on this video, telling me what models you vote for. You don't have one vote, you can vote for as many as you want. You can vote for all of, say, the Necrons, or all of the Space Marines, or all of the Eldari. And whichever has the most votes wins and gets painted for Monday's painting video. In the event of a tie, I do a dice roll. Obviously, Monday just gone, you know, with being sick and stuff, I just had what was ready. But they will be done. If you don't know what it's called, or how to spell what it's called, because some of them have some crazy ass names, just give me a general description. Don't say I vote for everything, because it won't count. There is a wild card vote, and the wild card is, you find out if it wins, and there's creator's choice. If that wins, I decide which one to paint, which is great, but I'd rather you guys vote for it, because it's more of a challenge for me painting. You know, it's rather than just go, oh, I fancy doing this easy model and doing that. It's easier if this wins the vote. It's like, damn, how am I going to do this now? How am I going to push the bar up on this model and make this a little better than what I've done before for that faction, but still let it fit into the faction? You know, it's anyway. I'm going to show you the vote. Here's how the table looks at the moment. All of the Necrons up on here. This is an amazing sight to see, but it's just, you know, one thing I forgot to say is there's going to be no Necrons in this vote this week because they won last week. Okay, so we start with Ezreal, we have Master of Dark Angels, Warp Talons. We have this is Lord Invocatus on foot, but he will be the Master of Executions for my Body's army. We have Dire Avengers, we have Demonettes, we have the Magus for Jason the Cults, which is going to be amazing when that Combat Patrol magazine comes around. Tyranid Warriors, we have the 8-bound, we have the Neophyte Hybrids for the Jason the Cults, we have the Space Marine Ancient, it's the last one from the Indominus box. We have the Scutari Marshal. That's the model that came from the Imperial magazine after the 80 issues. There was 10 bonus issues and he was one of them. I think he's a 25, 30, 35 euro model. Correct me somewhere, you know, if you know the exact price on him. But they come in the magazines for like $11.99, I think it was, or $10.99 or something like that. So, Dr. Octopus for Marvel Crisis Protocol. We have a Biovore for Tyranid Army. We have Omega Red, Marvel Crisis Protocol. We have a Nero Tyrant. We have the Eldari Guardians. And we have Eldari Wraithlord. Right, so, you know, there's the voting for this week. Chuck on below, tell me what you vote for. If you guys have any questions for me, you can chuck them below. Or you can go on to Unique Wargaming Terrain Facebook page. There's a messenger button there, click on there and message me directly. I don't poke my head in as much as I should, but the messenger will take you straight to me. If you have any thoughts or comments about anything I spoke about today, again, chuck them below. I always say as much information as possible about a certain subject matter, you know, is the best way to go about things. Yeah, that's it for this week. So, if you're not subscribed to the channel, guys, hit the subscribe button because it costs you absolutely nothing. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Everyone smash the thumbs up button, which triggers YouTube to share this video with more and more people to make this channel, you amazing people, absolutely amazing, grow even more. Guys, until next time, take it easy.